Hello everyone, this is Grace. It is 9/23/2019 and we are continuing our study on the first trumpet of the Revelation. We'll read through it real quick. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth, and the third part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. Now we've covered the definitions for everything in the verse except for the third part, and that's what we're going to be addressing here. And a third part, just to let you know that this third part of trees that was burnt up, this is the 144,000. We can see that they're sealed. We're going to do a comparison here. Take this little and okay. Here it says, and the third part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. And then in verse 9:4, it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their forehead. So we know that they're sealed. But so it is worded a little different. But the reason why it's worded a little bit different, you'll have to research this on your own. I'm just going to tell you the backstory. The commandment is going out to locusts, and a locust's natural diet is anything green, really. That's why they're so destructive. It's because they have a vast diet, but they're going to look for the green stuff, any green thing, okay? And grass, of course, is naturally green. And then it says neither any tree, neither any green thing, neither any tree, because they'll eat the leaves on the tree. But so that's why it's worded a little bit differently. It's because the audience that they're speaking with are the locusts, and they naturally gravitate to eat the green things. But it's going to deprive the locusts of their natural diet, and because the natural diet are those are sealed of God, are sealed by God. So they're only allowed to hurt anything that's not green, really, the unrighteous, because we know that green is symbolic for righteousness. So we'll move on. I just wanted to show you that they were sealed. So this is the 144,000. And there's a reason why it says a third part, because here it could have just said, and the green trees were burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. The reason why it says a third part is because when you see the number 3 in the Bible, well, when you see the number 3 in life, actually, we can witness to this. It indicates a sovereign work. We see many things in life. Hold on, I wrote down some examples. Hold on. Okay, some examples of 3s. We have 3 primary colors: blue, yellow, red. 3 forms of time: past, present, future. Matter exists in 3 forms: gas, liquid, solid. We have the animal, vegetable, and mineral. Yahushua was tested 3 times in the desert. Let's look at some of the scriptures, actually, because there's a lot of scriptures with 3 in it, and it's not an accident. And it came to pass on the 3rd day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. This is when Yahushua came down. He came down on the 3rd day. Oh, hold on a moment. Wrong button. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. One moment. Okay, we'll continue. Thou shalt purify himself with it on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day he shall be clean. But if he purify not himself the 3rd day, then the 7th day he shall not be clean. Oh, I have some information about that. A long time ago, I was listening to a natural health physician, And he was mentioning, he was talking about anesthesias, how a lot of people don't take anesthesia because it's a natural. If they don't, unless they have a natural one, they don't take it. And he mentioned that if you're in pain, naturally your body will tend to um, heal itself to the point where there's no more pain on the third day, almost always. And if you're not healed if the pain doesn't go away on the third day, almost 100% of the time it'll go away on the seventh day. On the third day and on the seventh day. I was reading this and I remembered that. I thought it was, I mean, think about it. You could have any number of hurts, but on the third day and on the seventh day, almost 100% of the time is when the pain will go away. It's sovereign. It is. When thou hast made an end of tithing, all the tithes of thine increase the third year, which is the year of tithing. We tithe on the third year, according to the Bible. Oh, that's not right. That's cubits. And 3 times in a year did Solomon offer burnt offerings and peace offerings upon the altar which he built unto the Lord. And he burnt incense upon the altar that was before the Lord. So he finished the house. And it came to pass after many days that the word of the Lord came unto Elijah in the third year, saying, Go, show thyself unto Ahab, and I will send rain upon the earth. That's when it was, when it stopped raining for 3 years. I don't want to read them all. I had a lot of them. Oh, turn again and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people, Thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will heal thee, and on the third day thou shalt go up unto the house of the Lord. So he gave Hezekiah 15 years added on to his life. We'll look at some of them that are in. Oh, Esther went before the king on the third day. We'll look at some of them that are in the New Testament with Yahushua. Start in Matthew. And they shall kill him, and the third day he shall be raised again. So Yahushua, this is about Yahushua. He was risen on the third day. And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace. When I was reading this just blew my mind, because he went out the third hour. I didn't realize this before. He went out the third hour, he went out the 6th hour, he went out the 9th hour, and he went out the 11th hour. Now, I knew he went out all of those hours. Well, I didn't remember the third, but it doesn't matter, because all of these numbers are also satanic numbers that are involved in their rituals and stuff. So he literally took it from the Bible. Oh, that Satan is just, oh, yeah, remember that verse? What is that verse? Oh my. We wrestle not against flesh, but against powers and principalities. And remember that verse where he said, where the disciples came back and said, Lord, Lord, even the demons are subject to us. And he said, rejoice not that you have power over the demons, but that you have salvation. And of course, I messed up the verses. I'm not very good at quoting verses. I'm not. You can look it up. But that's what I was thinking of when I first read that. I was like, wow. Satan is just, he is just ingenious. He's just ingenious. Who would do that? Who would think to do that? Really? Who would think to do that? Just take Yahweh's numbers and just, yeah, this is my stuff now. I'm going to take the sovereign number. I know 6 is the number of man. I'm sure, I don't know what 9 and 12 mean. 9 and 11 mean, but, oh, he just took it. Okay, we'll move on. And it was the third hour and they crucified him. We'll read 1 or 2 more and then we'll go back to the study. Hold on. I'm trying to find one I recognize. Oh, and he said unto them the third time, Why? What evil hath he done? I have found no cause of death in him. I will therefore chastise him and let him go. Where Pilate was trying to let Yahushua go. I think we'll stop there. Yeah, we'll stop there and go back. But there's a lot of verses in the Bible about the third. And what you'll find is that it is the number where there's not only sovereign works, but you can almost always witness to them. You can see the work of God. It's just right there in your face. And you know what I was just thinking about? My sister all of my life has said to me, people die in threes. I never paid any attention to her. There might actually be something to that. There might be something to that, because that's what she's always said all my life. People die in threes. Okay, we'll move on. And the third part of trees was burnt up. This is a sovereign work, and I wanted to stress it here. That's why I didn't say green grass. Okay, we know there's going to be a resurrection. We know there's going to be a cleansing. This is something special. So what is it? It is the 144,000, as I've just told you. We also see a witness to this in the previous chapter, in chapter 7. Okay, we'll read through this. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor any tree. Now, when you read this, really there's no reason to have this any tree here, except for the fact that the topic is the 144,000. And so they're pointing this out. They are accentuating this because this is the 144,000. When we go to the next verse, they're going to leave it off entirely. But the earth, the Christians, the sea, the wicked, that covers everyone. Okay? That covers everyone. The righteous and the wicked. There's no need for this, except this is the topic. We'll continue reading. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried out with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. See, it includes everyone in the next verse. But it just wanted to make sure that he realized, that the 4 winds realized, no, don't touch the earth, don't touch the sea, don't, and by no means touch any tree. Moving on, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees. They're back in the mix, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. So this is just another example of the trees. I'm thinking we can do this all in one study instead of having a third study. Let me think. One moment. Okay, you know what? I'd rather have a short study than a study that's too long. So we're going to stop this one here, and we will pick up in part 3, and we will look at the illustration that is given to us for the first trumpet. All right. Until then, Yahweh bless.